अगर कुछ मांगना है तो गुरुदेव से मांगो, और गुरुदेव क्या कर सकते हैं बियॉन्ड इमेजिनेशन, कितनी सारी चीजें कर सकते हैं वो शायद हम कभी भी सोच नहीं सकते। वहां तक एक ऐसा देश जहां पे संस्कृत छोड़िए, हिंदी छोड़िए, इंग्लिश तक ना बोला जाता हो, वहां से कैसे गुरुदेव कनेक्ट कर देते हैं, भक्ति भाव में ले आते हैं। गुरुदेव के भक्त कहीं पे भी हो पूरे विश्व में, वो उनसे जुड़ ही जाना है उनको। उसके लिए चाहे कितने ही परम्यूटेशन कॉम्बिनेशन हो, सारे के सारे ऐसे मिलते हैं जैसे कोई मिरेकल। आज एक ऐसी कहानी जो सबके रोंगटे खड़े कर देगी। आज हमारे साथ धनवंती जी है, धनवंती-डायना जी। वो जिस देश में पैदा हुई, उनको कभी लगा ही नहीं कि वो संस्कृत बोल पाएंगे या क्या होगा। आज उनकी स्टोरी सुनेंगे, बहुत अद्भुत कहानी है। आर्ट ऑफ लिविंग टीचर है धनवंती जी। 3 चीजें जो इस सेशन में होती है वो ये है कि आपके चेहरे पे स्माइल आती है, आपकी लाइफ सेलिब्रेशन बनती है, और हम सब मिलके औरों के भी जीवन में ढेर सारी खुशियां लेके आए। यही गुरुदेव का विजन है। गुरुदेव के विजन को अपना मिशन बना लिया है और इसी को लेके आगे बढ़ते जा रहे हैं। धनवंती जी के बारे में बताना चाहूंगा तो आर्ट ऑफ लिविंग की टीचर है, और बचपन से आर्ट ऑफ लिविंग के साथ जुड़ गई। डिजिटल मार्केटिंग स्पेशलिस्ट है, स्टूडेंट ऑफ लाइफ वो खुद को कहती है। उन्हें मेडिटेशन, नेचर, संस्कृत चैंट्स, पूजास, वैदिक स्क्रिप्चर्स और वैदिक धर्म संस्थान में बहुत इंटरेस्ट है। और आज सबसे बड़ा चमत्कार कि धनवंती जी के साथ ये जो सेशन है वो इंग्लिश लैंग्वेज में नहीं बल्कि हिंदी में होने वाला है। शी इज फ्रॉम रशिया एंड टुडे शी इज हियर विद अस। धनवंती जी, बहुत बहुत स्वागत है। धनवंती जी, सबसे पहली चीज तो आपसे ये जानना चाहेंगे, जिस जगह से आप आते हो वहां पे एक ऐसा है कि वहां पे शायद इतना ज्यादा एक्सपोजर नहीं है जो इंडिया में है। आप शुरू से अपनी कहानी सुनाइए कि आप जब बचपन में थे तब कैसे, आप तो एक ऐसे एनवायरनमेंट में थे जहाँ पे चारों तरफ एक अलग ही कल्चर रहा था। उस टाइम में आपका क्या था? बचपन से ही स्पिरिचुअल थे? we'd love to know your journey since your childhood days.
जय गुरुदेव। हाँ, मेरा हिंदी इतना अच्छा तो नहीं है, पर मैं तो ट्राई करूंगी, ठीक है। तो
Yes.
सब कुछ ऐसे हुआ कि मेरे पेरेंट्स पहले महर्षि महेश योगी जी के साथ थे। तो जब मेरा जन्म हुआ तो मेरे पेरेंट्स गुरुदेव श्री रविशंकर जी के पास आए। तो चाइल्डहुड से मैं महर्षि महेश योगी जी के साथ थी और गुरुदेव श्री रविशंकर जी के साथ भी। तो ये तो बहुत बड़ा आशीर्वाद है मेरे जीवन में। सब तो गुरु जी का कृपा है। तो ऐसे हुआ। और मेरे चाइल्डहुड से आई रिमेम्बर कि मेरे लिए गुरुदेव पहले ऐसा थे कि अच्छा, मेरी कोई इच्छा है, मेरे एग्जाम्स आ रहे हैं और कुछ बोरिंग से कोई प्रॉब्लम्स है मान में। हाँ, मैं चाइल्ड थी पर परेशान भी आए मुझे उस समय। तो जब कुछ परेशान आए या कोई इच्छा आए या कोई बोरिंग प्रॉब्लम कुछ भी, तो मैं हमेशा गुरु जी को प्रार्थना करती थी कि गुरु जी प्लीज हेल्प मुझे, प्लीज गुरु जी हेल्प दिस पर्सन, प्लीज गुरु जी हेल्प दैट पर्सन, प्लीज गुरु जी हेल्प मी इन माय स्टडी, हेल्प मी इन दिस, हेल्प मी इन दैट। इवन जब कोई छोटा इंसेक्ट भी मेरे पास आए और कुछ डर दे रहे, तो मैं भी गुरु जी को प्रार्थना की, गुरु जी ये वो मतलब छोटे छोटे चीजों के बारे में। और एक समय आई रिमेम्बर कि मेरी माँ कुछ पूछा मेरे को गुरुदेव के बारे में। अभी तो मुझे याद नहीं है कि वो क्या पूछा मेरे को, पर आई रिमेम्बर कि मैंने बोला अरे और क्या, गुरुदेव तो मेरे लिए वो मेरे इच्छा he fulfills my desires। तो और मेरे लिए गुरुदेव और क्या है जीवन में, मतलब what else he can do for me in my life, why I need guru in my life, right? So like childhood mind was like that, only for fulfilling your wishes guru is there because all my wishes got fulfilled, whatever I was praying for। एंड लेटर जब मेरा एज 11 था, शायद 11-12 कुछ ऐसा, तो ये फर्स्ट टाइम था मेरे लिए जब मैं श्री योगा के लिए आए, और मेरे टीचर भी आए, एक टीचर आए, बहुत अच्छी टीचर। और उस समय मैं श्री योगा क्लासेस के लिए जाना शुरू किया। तो उस समय मुझे कुछ ज्ञान मिला।
आप गए थे क्या श्री योगा सीखने में? अभी तक आप इंडिया नहीं आए, रशिया में?
बिल्कुल, रशिया में, हाँ। और मेरा जो टीचर थी वो बहुत डिवोटी है गुरु जी का, तो वो बहुत कुछ शेयर किया हमारे साथ, इतना नॉलेज, इतना भक्ति, गुरु स्टोरी, ये सब कुछ। तो मेरे को कुछ समझ आया अंदर से, कुछ ऐसा फीलिंग आया कि अच्छा ये पार्ट जो आर्ट ऑफ लिविंग है ये कुछ और है, और गुरुदेव ये कुछ और है। और उस समय से मेरा जर्नी शुरू किया जब मैं अवेयरनेस के साथ थी, मतलब बिफोर 11 years it was mostly I was without awareness, what is this part, what is Gurudev, only for fulfilling desires I thought like a child, and after that it started like oh Gurudev। और उस समय से भाग्य आया, ज्ञान आया, सब कुछ आया जीवन में। और उसके बाद जब मुझे मेरा एज 15 था, तो एक और आर्ट ऑफ लिविंग टीचर आए, सीनियर टीचर इन रशिया। तो उन्होंने बोला कि अरे आपने हैप्पीनेस प्रोग्राम नहीं किया अभी तक, क्यों? और मैंने बोला अरे मेरा एज तो 15 years है, मैं कैसे कर सकती हूँ? और उन्होंने बोला कि नहीं नहीं आप आइए, यू आर रेडी, यू कम। तो मैंने हैप्पीनेस प्रोग्राम किया और सहज समाधि उस समय, और ऐसे सुदर्शन क्रिया बहुत अच्छा लगा मेरे को, मतलब क्या बोले। और उसके बाद जब हम आश्रम आए, मैं और मेरी मामी, फर्स्ट टाइम हम
जब आप इंडिया आए आश्रम, तो आप एक कोल्ड वेदर वाले जगह से थे, तो देयर इज वेरी मींस इट्स अ डिफरेंट वेदर ऑल टुगेदर। अचानक से यहाँ पे इंडिया में आने के बाद यहाँ तो थोड़ा हीट रहता है, तो आपको नहीं लगा कि अरे कि कैसे रहेंगे इतना गर्मी? बिकॉज इन रशिया इट्स वेरी फ्रीजिंग कोल्ड।
हाँ, इतना कोल्ड तो नहीं है, मतलब मैं तो सेंटर रशिया में रखती हूँ, तो वहाँ वेदर थोड़ा मिडल है, कभी कभी कोल्ड, कभी कभी नॉर्मल, इवन जैसे इंडिया में भी होता है। तो ये बिल्कुल नॉर्मल था मेरे लिए, और इंडियन वेदर तो बहुत अच्छा है।
ये फर्स्ट टाइम जब आप बैंगलोर आश्रम आए तो आपको कैसा लगा यहाँ का वाइब्रेशंस?
बहुत अच्छा है। इट वाज 2012 ईयर, और जब आप इस इन्वायरमेंट में रखते हैं जहाँ गुरुदेव है, जहाँ सभी लोग साधना करते हैं, जहाँ सत्संग होते हैं और ये सब कुछ, मतलब इसके लिए कोई एक्सप्लेनेशन नहीं है शब्दों से। बस आप आइए और महसूस करिए कि ये सब कैसा होता है। और मुझे उस समय पूजा बहुत अच्छा लगा, क्योंकि उस समय नवरात्रि था, तो ये सब पंडित जो है पूजा होमस, मुझे बहुत अच्छा लगा।
दीदी आगे आपकी जर्नी कैसे बढ़ी, क्योंकि आप तो अब पूरा इंडियन ही लग रहे हो, मतलब इंडियन कल्चर में एकदम मिले हुए लग रहे हो। एकदम से शिफ्ट कब आया दीदी कि नहीं मुझे अब इंडिया में रहना है?
एक्चुअली मेरे जो पेरेंट्स है ना, ये दोनों कुछ वैदिक कल्चर भी फॉलो किए। मतलब मेरे जन्म से पहले उन्होंने भी कुछ संस्कार किए, और जब मेरा जन्म था भी कुछ संस्कार किए उन्होंने, मतलब ब्योर संस्कार और नाम का संस्कार भी हुआ। और तो कुछ ज्ञान था मेरे पेरेंट्स के पास, तो शायद पता नहीं कैसे हुआ, पर जब मैं मेरी मामी की स्टमक में थी, तो उन्होंने उस समय कुछ वैदिक चांट और संस्कृत श्लोक, संस्कृत स्तोत्र सब कुछ ऐसे स्विच किया और मेरे को सुनने के लिए दिया। मतलब मैं स्टमक में थी और मैं सब वेद सुनती थी वहां से। तो शायद इसलिए कुछ मेरे अंदर में कुछ इम्प्रेशंस आए, कुछ आप समझते हैं ना, क्योंकि जब चिल्ड्रन स्टमक में रखते तो जो पेरेंट्स करते हैं ये सब कुछ चिल्ड्रन को भी आ रहे हैं ना, तो शायद कुछ ऐसा।
दीदी तो वो एक डिसीजन कि अब मुझे रशिया में नहीं रहना है, इंडिया में रहना है और इंडिया में ही अपना आगे जीवन यहाँ पे बिताना है, वो कैसे लिया दीदी आपने?
ये तो ऐसे लग रहा है दिल से कि मुझे यहाँ अच्छा लग रहा है। मतलब अपने मन से, अपने शरीर से आपको अच्छा लग रहा है। और ये जो इंडियन कल्चर है ना, यहाँ तो सब कुछ है। और पूरे दुनिया में मतलब ऐसा स्थान कहीं नहीं है, सब कुछ है यहाँ। ज्ञान, ध्यान, भक्ति और क्या 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 नहीं है पूरा। आप इंडिया में सब कंट्रीज भी देख सकते हैं कि ये कल्चर बहुत प्रेशियस है।
दीदी बचपन में आप दीदी सत्संग में जाते थे क्या? क्योंकि बहुत सारे पेरेंट्स सोचते हैं कि बच्चों को क्या लेके जाए सत्संग में, वहां पे डिस्टर्ब होगा, मेडिटेशन के में लोगों को थोड़ा सा बाधा आएगी। तो आप जाते थे क्या? और बहुत सारे पेरेंट्स आज नहीं भी लेके जाते हैं बच्चों को सत्संग। व्हाट्स योर टेक ऑन दैट?
तो हाँ, मुझे सत्संग बहुत पसंद है। ये सबसे फेवरेट है था मेरे मेरे लिए, और अभी भी ऐसा मेरा फेवरेट है। और कभी कभी कुछ लोग जो चिल्ड्रंस के साथ आ रहे हैं, ये लोग बोलते हैं कि अरे हम चिल्ड्रन को क्यों ले जाना है सत्संग के लिए, क्योंकि चिल्ड्रन बहुत नॉइस देते हैं, ये सब कुछ सत्संग अच्छा नहीं हो रहा है, मेडिटेशन अच्छा नहीं हो रहा है। पर मेरे लिए जो फीलिंग था उस समय, मेरी माताजी और पिताजी दोनों टीचर्स थे, और ये लोग सत्संग करते थे हमारे घर में। तो बहुत लोग आए सत्संग के लिए, और गुरु पूजा भी था। तो उस समय मैं छोटी थी, और आई रिमेम्बर कि उस समय मुझे एनर्जी बहुत अच्छा लगा कि ये कुछ पीसफुल एनर्जी है, मतलब कुछ मेडिटेटिव एनर्जी है ना। तो मैं चाइल्डहुड से ये सब कुछ महसूस किया और मुझे बहुत अच्छा लगा। कभी कभी चिल्ड्रन जो आ रहे है ना सत्संग के लिए, कभी कभी बच्चे नहीं समझते कि सत्संग का प्रेशियसनेस क्या है और इस संग की प्रेशियसनेस क्या है। पर जब टाइम होता है और चिल्ड्रन उस एनर्जी में रहते हैं, बैठते हैं, शायद कुछ प्ले करते हैं, तो उनके लिए ये बहुत अच्छा है, क्योंकि कुछ समय के बाद ये जो it will make you know what was that time when you was sitting in satsang. Because if my mom was not taking me for satsangs, now I don't know, maybe I was not on this path and I would not sit here because it's very precious just to be in that energy, because that energy itself is like presence of master, right? When we are in presence of master, we don't need to do anything because everything just happens. So when children are in that atmosphere, that vibrations, and that energy, everything is happening itself, and for them in future it will give a good fruit, and they for sure will become very nice person and
Yes.
will do
Dhanvanti
something.
ji, one thing I want to ask, like when we are talking about Vedas and mantras, which mantra do you chant like in a daily basis? And like which every mantra has some significance, but some personal favorite, some mantra which you always chant, if you can.
Yeah, the Guru Puja. Guru Puja. Ardi.
So apart from Guru Puja, because Guru Puja needs some kind of space because it's a YouTube live. So any other mantras that you chant other than Guru Puja?
हाँ बिल्कुल, गायत्री मंत्र, ओम नमः शिवाय, और कुछ देवी का मंत्र, कुछ गणेश जी का भी। एक्चुअली मैं बहुत
people would love to listen from you if you can chant some mantra, like mantra or Gayatri mantra. Like people will get like, or they will get more convicted in this part if you can chant something right now.
तो क्या मंत्र आप बोलिए?
Like Gayatri mantra or something.
हाँ, तो मैं त्र्यंबकम मंत्र कर सकती, ठीक है?
Yes. Okay.
ओम त्र्यंबकं यजामहे सुगंधिं पुष्टिवर्धनम् वारुकमिव बन्धनं मृत्योर्मुक्षीयमामृतात्। ॐ सहनाववतु सहनौ भुनक्तु सह वीर्यं करवावहै तेजस्विनावधीतमस्तु मा विद्विषावहै। ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्तिः।
Wonderful. I guess people who are listening right now, they should also see if we know some mantra, we should always chant it, or we should always wherever it is happening, some pujas are happening, we should go and sit so that we can take that mantra stand. It is very beneficial. And Dhanvanti ji is like completely into Vedic pujas, Vedic mantras, and he is like completely engrossed in our culture. Dhanvanti ji, one thing I want to ask you, there are many people who find this like, okay, this thing is this mantras and Vedic things, this should be done at old age. This is the time to party hard. This is the time to enjoy life. This is the time to chill. This is the time to explore different things, different food and all. But you are such at a young age, you are into completely this spiritual thing. Sometimes do you don't think that, okay, there are many people who are like partying, they are like drinking and all. What do you, when do you see them, what do you think?
Abhishek ji, if you allow me, can I speak in English?
Yes. Obviously, you
It
are
will
more
be
comfortable
fast.
in English.
Yes. Thank you. Actually, I met many people who are saying opposites. They are saying me, "Oh, you came into spirituality so in such a young age, but we came in so old age." There are many people who come on this path in old age, and they are saying, "Oh God, why I didn't this before?" This happens very often, and many people are saying me like this. But actually, there is still there is right time for everyone to come. But of course, if you are coming in a young age, it's a very big blessing because you have a lot of time to do many things in this journey. Because spirituality is not something something that you are in the sky or somewhere you are not living in the world at all and all that. Actually, spirituality is helping to live in the world more easily, more happily, and more fully. Because spiritual knowledge, spiritual things are such that they help us to know about ourselves more. And when we are understanding ourselves, what is happening with us, with our mind, what is and where, then we are able to move in life more easily. And we have infinite potential inside of us. And but about this potential, we may don't know because not in school, not in college, not in university or not in family, no one teaches us that. But spirituality teaches you, about that potential, infinite potential of possibilities which you have inside of you. And as soon as you start your journey in spirituality, slowly you start knowing about yourself more. You start knowing about life more. And when you start applying some knowledge, meditation, some techniques, then you are seeing that your life in the world becomes easier and it is more fulfilling. And when you know your possibilities, your infinite potential, when you are connected with yourself, with your atma, with your what you are, it has infinite possibilities, abilities, strength, and in the world you are able to move easily. And you have all the strength to move through all the difficult situations, through whatever is there. And you can smile always. And one more thing also, one interesting thing, that in different yugas, there was different way to come to the God, right? So in Satya Yuga, people used to do some yagyas, and for yagyas, you need so many things. In another yuga, in Dwapara Yuga, in Treta Yuga, you was needed to in Satya Yuga, you was need to do very big, meditation. You should meditate for years or even yugas to attain God. And at the time, some Rakshasas used to come and disturb your meditation. In Treta Yuga, there was yagyas. And for yagyas, people used to collect so many things. And also that time Rakshasas would come and disturb Yagya and say, no, don't pray to God, you pray to me. And in Dvapara Yuga, people used to build temples. But in Kali Yuga, what happens in Kali Yuga? In Kali Yuga, no Rakshasas are there. Only such Rakshasas as 6 enemies of our consciousness, as lust, greed, and all those, 6 enemies of our consciousness. And what happens? They are working through our mind, and they are telling us. But in Kali Yuga, it is enough just to chant name of God, and you may attain God by this, through your bhakti, through your this shraddha, through your faith, just by chanting name of the divine. What a wonderful, what a beautiful thing it is.
Absolutely, absolutely. And in the top of it, we have Gurudev in our life.
Yes.
That's a big blessing.
Absolutely.
Share some of your Guru stories, like something miracle.
अच्छा, कुछ मिराकल मेरे लिए तो सब कुछ मिराकल है. One I can share. Actually, there was one such story. So it was my last meeting with Guruji in Navaratri time this year. So it was such time when I came from Russia, and it was COVID time, and it was difficult time, as we all know. And I also went through difficult time. It was very not easy. I was staying in my home, and for me, the biggest pain is to be far away from Gurudev. I don't bother much about what is happening around, what is happening in the world, which viruses, what wars, whatever. For me to be far away from Gurudev, this is the biggest pain. And nothing else. I don't bother about food, about some other things. So that time I was like far away from Gurudev. And because of COVID, I was not able to go to India. And that was the biggest pain for me. And it was even some depression time for me. And so happened that I even was missing my sadhana for some days while I was in Russia. So then when Navaratri came and we came to Gurudev, as I went through difficult times and I was skipping my sadhana for some days, that period of COVID. So I had some kind of, that feeling inside, like, Guruji, what I did, I did a mistake, some kind of guilt maybe I had. And then some other stress maybe was there also. And when I came for Navaratri, I was not able to meet Guruji also closely. Somehow situations were happening that I was not able to meet. But I knew that I was need to meet. And that time I got chicken pox also. In Chandi Homa, I got chicken pox and I was not able to come for Navaratri. Then after some days, I was in ashram, but I was not able to come for homas and to meet Gurudev again. And after that, when I became okay and all, so there was one satsang, and Samban's Josdi was there. And they just told me, come with us, like you are our family, come with us, because they were going to meet Guruji, they had saved Josdi. So I said, okay. And I went with them. And I thought that Guruji will not even look at me, maybe. I don't deserve it, and maybe he will not even look at me. But so happens that I was staying near Yagyashala, and some people were there. Someone had birthday, someone some questions or something else, few people. And when Gurudev came, I just was observing, because for me it's enough just to observe him. I am enjoying when I am observing him. And he was talking with people, he was answering some questions, birthday cake and all. And then he passed near me and didn't look. And then at some moment he turned back and he looked directly into me. And my eyes was in his eyes and his eyes was on my eyes. So our eyes met for a few seconds. And that was something deep. That moment I could not speak anything. I could not say anything because it was just meaningless to say anything that moment. Because I could feel that he knows everything. He understands everything. And it was such a compassion in his eyes, such a love. And this all after so many years of COVID. And after that, such a change happened in my life also. Slowly, I started coming back to normal and going back to sadhana totally, to meditation and everything. And what I want to say is that that moments with our Guru, even just one look with him, it is so precious because he knows everything. Sometimes we don't need even say anything. Just to be with him, somewhere near, it is very precious and everything will be taken care of. Just that moments to be with him is the most precious thing that can be. So whenever there is possibility to be with him, to come for satsang, because satsang also is, even if Gurudev is not there, still he is present in every satsang. Gurudev in every satsang, but we sometimes skip satsangs. But he is in every satsang, right? So don't miss this chances, this possibility.
Dhanvanti-ji, now you are in Bangalore ashram right now, or which place? Bangalore.
Yes.
Okay. Dhanvanti-ji, one thing I want to ask you, like there are many people who like don't know about homas. What's the benefit of attending homas? Why we should sit there? They think that okay, I am doing Sudershan Kriya, it's fine. Why I should take part in the Rudra Puja and everything? If you can tell something about it.
For such people, I would say you just come and experience. And after that, you decide and see what is this. But of course, it is very beneficial because Sanskrit is made of sounds, right? And every sound has some vibration. Even in Rig Veda, it is said that the whole universe is made of sounds, vibrations. And what chants are going on in homas, pujas, this is very beneficial. And you just, you don't need to even understand anything because you can feel it on vibration level. If you sit in puja, homa for even 5 minutes, with eyes closed, you can feel that something changed in you. You feel better, you feel more fresh, more alive. Something happens. And because that positive energy which is there, it brings that influence on you very fast. Because even our body is made of water, right? Maybe you have heard that water has the possibility to catch sounds, whatever are there. If we are telling something, some good things, positive things, water takes that and it gives us in future. And if we will speak something bad, then water also takes it. And if we drink that water, we become unhealthy. And at the same time, our body is made of water. How much? 90% or something, right? So our that body itself
70%.
is 70%. So our body also catches those vibrations, those words, whatever we are hearing. If we will sit and hear negativity for even 1 hour, it will feel very bad and difficult, right? But if we are sitting and listening some knowledge, something positive, or pujas, homas, Sanskrit chants, also it becomes part of us, and we catch those vibrations, and we feel good, fresh, new, and we feel more energy, more positivity. All this comes to us. And also it's very good for environment also, because all those vibrations, even if one puja is happening somewhere, or somebody is meditating, it influences the whole environment. So it is very beneficial. And as a result, those people, those beings who are living in environment around that place where puja is happening, it influences those regions, cities, villages, whatever. So it's very good for people also, because they somehow get that influence. Because whatever is happening in the world, it brings some influence in another parts of the world. If we are sitting and meditating here, somehow it also brings some good change somewhere else in the world. So this is like wonderful thing.
I just feel like just sitting there, we don't know what is happening. It's a big change which is happening, and what we call there is one world which we can see, and there is one world which is the causal world, or we can say that the world which we cannot see, the world of vibrations, which controls the real world. We can make changes in that world of frequencies and vibrations when we are sitting. It's very scientific, and each mantras are having a great power. And obviously, Dhanvanti-ji, I want to say, because we just talked about satsangs, you told Gurudev never misses any satsang, even we miss it. So I'd like to tell जो भी लोग ये देख रहे हैं कि हम सबको एक चीज तो करनी ही है कि अपने फॉलो अप सेंटर में सत्संग हो, इसका आप लोग जरूर इंतजाम कीजिए, बिकॉज सुदर्शन क्रिया तो होता ही है, लेकिन इट टेक्स अ लॉट ऑफ मेरिट टू गो एंड सिट इन सत्संग, एंड इफ यू आर ऑर्गेनाइजिंग सत्संग देन कितना मेरिट मिलेगा इसका कोई अंदाजा नहीं है. तो आप लोग सत्संग ऑर्गेनाइज कीजिए, हर थर्सडे कीजिए. कितने लोग यहाँ पे बैठे हैं जो सत्संग, फिजिकल सत्संग में जाते हैं अपने सेंटर्स में कहीं ना कहीं? यस. तो मैं सभी को बोलूंगा, अगर आपके यहाँ पे नहीं हो रहा है तो आप सिंगिंग भी, एक शुकुल भैया करके है, वो सिंगिंग सिखा रहे हैं, बहुत बढ़िया बढ़िया सिंगर्स वहां से निकल रहे हैं. तो आप लोग जो भी सिंगिंग भी सीखना चाहते हैं, सिंगिंग जरूर सीखिए. शुकुल श्रीवास्तव इज अ वेरी गुड सिंगर and he teaches, and you can organize satsangs and you can sing there, and आपके गाना सुन के कितने सारे लोग आएंगे. So you can take part to learn singing, it's very important. और धनवंती जी, इतना आपका जो जर्नी है, बिकॉज यू आर नाउ इन बैंगलोर आश्रम विद गुरुदेव. अभी तो गुरुदेव शायद आते जाते रहते हैं बाहर, कभी बैंगलोर आश्रम में है. नाउ ही विल बी बिजी फॉर वर्ल्ड कल्चर फेस्टिवल व्हिच इज हैपनिंग इन यूएस. This time many people are like thinking, oh, Gurudev meets only this type of people. Maybe I am not doing my seva enough. They get in that trap. Even I get in that trap many times. Okay, Gurudev will not see me. Oh, I'm means people start feeling guilty. Like, okay, I'm not worth it. I should leave this path. Like Gurudev only meet rich people. Gurudev only meet famous people. Or a lot of things goes on in the mind when we are around Gurudev. So what do you want to tell them?
I would say just switch off your mind and just be with Gurudev. Just ignore your mind. Just switch it off and be with Gurudev. Say, please say to your own mind, please don't disturb me. Just let me be with Gurudev. Even if some guilt is coming, Gurudev is also saying that guilt is not good for us, for our growth. So many times he is saying to us. So guilt also is not the right way. And that thought that Gurudev is meeting only some famous, some big people, it's also not right because he meets everyone. We can see it. There are so many stories how Gurudev would come to some villages and meet very simple people, very poor people who don't have some worldly richness or something. He meets everyone, and he always says that everyone is equally dear for me. Sometimes it happens that we feel like he is not looking at us or something. But Guru is not a physical body. He is in physical body, but he is Guru Tattva. He is that energy, that higher consciousness. He has eyes everywhere, not only these physical eyes. So sometimes he looks on some people who more need his attention, who needs him. He also is saying, I'm looking those who are small needs. And still he can see everyone. He sees everyone. And if some thoughts are coming like Gurudev is not looking at me and all that, just ignore that. Just know that you are very dear to him and he is with you, and the time will come when he will look at you again. And actually for me, this is such a thing that sometimes Gurudev is not looking at me also. But what I feel that how can I force or how can I ask Gurudev to look at me? How can I ask for this? This is a grace. This is a gift actually. And if he looks at me, I should be just grateful. And if he does not look at me, that time I put my eyes onto his feet. And I'm thinking that, oh, Guruji, it's okay. At least this moment I can surrender whatever is in me. I just surrender with breath out. I surrender all this into his feet. Even whatever is feelings, emotions are there, I just surrender it into his feet. And I know that time will come when he will look again. Because this time he must be busy or somebody else needs him. Because he has such a big family. We are not just one person and only him. He has so many people and everyone is dear to him. And like this kind of respect for him that, yes, Guruji, if you wish, you can look at me. And if not, I am happy that I am at least in your presence. I am grateful just to be with you. This is how I feel. And actually, I wonder that sometimes people are saying that Guruji didn't look at me, you know.
मैं तो यस धनवंती जी लोगों को यही बोलना चाहूंगा कि दुनिया आपका साथ देना छोड़ दे लेकिन गुरुदेव कभी नहीं छोड़ेंगे।
हाँ बिल्कुल।
हाँ, और मैं एक बार सबसे पूछना चाहूंगा, सभी लोग जो बताइए आपका काम हो रहा है कि नहीं जब गुरुदेव को याद करते हो? हाथ उठा के बताइए। झलक जी का हाथ टूटा है फिर भी वो हाथ उठा रहे हैं। सब रुके हुए काम हो जाते हैं। भूषण जी देखो सब लोग हाथ उठाने लग गए अभी तो। मैं झूठ बोल सकता हूँ, कैमरा में सारे लोग थोड़ी ना झूठ बोलेंगे। और बड़े ध्यान से हम देखेंगे ना तो गुरुदेव की कृपा से ही हमारा जीवन चल रहा है। राइट, लाइक बिकॉज ऑफ गुरुदेव्स ब्लेसिंग्स वी आर लिविंग दिस लाइफ विद सच अ ब्लिस। जब भी आपको अकेला फील हो, गुरुदेव को याद कर लो बस। जब भी कोई मुसीबत आए, हाथ जोड़ो और प्रार्थना कर लो गुरुदेव को। सारी चीजें उसके नीचे ही आती है, सब कुछ। आपको देख लेना, तुरंत कोई ना कोई रास्ता मिल जाएगा, या someone will come and help you, someone will by out of blue moon come and ask you, okay, you need something. Just you need to have that faith. Okay, he's there.
You know, one more thing.
Yes.
One more thing I just remember that you said, right? Like remembering Guruji. And what I want to say is my connection with Gurudev is a little bit such kind that we may don't communicate so much in physical form, but like speaking and all that. But I don't know how, but whenever I have some questions to him, I just pray. Or sometimes I drop some message to him with my questions or something. And he not always replies to me in physical form. But the answer always comes from the environment. Sometimes somebody will come and I can hear that answer. Sometimes it comes just from intuition inside. You can feel that, oh, this is the right thing I have to do. Or sometimes something else will tell you the answer. All the situations just simply change and slowly you are coming to the right direction. It may take some time, sometimes little longer, but answer always comes. And I just wondered with how it happens. Actually, really, this connection which we have with Master is the most strong, and the answer always will come. Once I remember somebody was sharing with me one Guru story that some person was messaging Guruji. He was calling him. He had some problem and he wanted to share Guruji again and again. He was writing, calling, everything. But Gurudev was not replying. And somebody who is near Gurudev, he asked him, why are you not replying to that person? And Gurudev said, I reply every single letter, but I have my own ways to reply. And his ways, only he knows his ways. So not always answer comes in physical form. Sometimes it may come through some people, through some situation, through environment, and we just have to be aware and to listen to the space. Then we will be able to catch that right things. Because even prayer is enough. We just pray and we listen to the space, we listen to the environment and all, and somehow we can feel the answers. And this is actually how it is happening.
And obviously when we are in seva and when we are in his aura, when we are in seva, sadhana, satsang, then we can feel his blessings more. एक कृपा महसूस होती है। मैं तो लोगों को कहूंगा कि गुरुदेव से प्रार्थना करना, ये प्रार्थना करो, मेक मी यूजफुल। हम अपने इतने प्रॉब्लम्स, धनवंती जी, पीपल टेक फुल प्रॉब्लम्स, ये है वो है, मेरा बच्चा, माय रिलेशनशिप, अब मेरे पास पैसा, ये वो, बट आई फील लाइक ये सारी चीजें अपने आप सॉल्व हो जाएंगी when we are like useful for others.
Yes. So many stories are like that. When you are taking work of Gurudev and you start in doing something, your small things in family, some issues, this and that, it just starting to resolving by itself. It's really, even Guruji said, you do my work, I will take care of your work. It's really, yeah, it happens. And when we give our attention to the highest, to whether it is seva, sadhana, and satsang, then all other small things, they for sure will be taken care of. But it should come from our side. That I give my priority, I give my attention to this more than some, sometimes we give so much importance to food or some small things which actually are not that much matter. But when we give high priority to the divine, then you will be rewarded. You will get that amazing gift from him that is bliss, joy, happiness.
मैं तो धनवंती जी ये बोलता हूँ कि बहुत सारे सेशंस it will come and go, but today I am thinking like people who are so many people watching it on YouTube and so आप लोग आज लिख दो, क्योंकि जब तक लिखेंगे, आज बहुत सारे लोग we do like people come for blessings and all, but I would like to tell everyone, take one blessing today कि Gurudev make me useful. Write this in the chat box. Gurudev, make me useful. And this, when you will start experiencing this, Gurudev will automatically give you seva and automatically your life will become a bliss. So I would like everyone today, write it in the chat box. I am also writing it. Gurudev, make me useful. And we can all take this sankalpa today. Gurudev, make me useful. Yes. When we are all in that mode, yes, many people are writing. Today, take these blessings and you will see everything will fall in place. Every magic will happen. गुरुदेव बोलते हैं दीदी कि what is सेवा? Being available. अगर आप available हो, दिल से आप एक बार अपने आप को बोल दो, yes गुरुदेव, make me useful. I am available. Automatically things will happen. Yes, yes. And Didi, please give blessings. You all can fold your hands, and Dhanvanti ji will give you blessings that make me useful for your big mission.
Jai Gurudev.
Jai. You will see when you have taken this sankalpa today, when you are available, automatically something will come and you will see that when you are in seva and you are doing the master's work, the master will do your work better than you do it. Have you experienced this, Dhanvanti ji, like when you have surrendered, everything's fall in place?
Yes, every time, almost every day. Sometimes what happens, our mind is like chanchal. It always wants to go somewhere. So we have to be very skillful to keep it in the center, to keep it in the right place. And sometimes when mind goes somewhere, and little bit for a few minutes, few seconds, or just sometime if you're losing that, that surrender state, So that time you can feel something different, and work becomes heavy. You start feeling that it is not going that way. But as soon as you surrender, as soon as I surrender to Gurudev, it just happens. I don't know how also, but it really works.
Dhanvanti-ji, through this session, I can see countless comments. Like people now are all ready to do seva. So,
wow.
And this session is now a success, I guess, because this session is the first step that people have taken now. And thank you so much, Dhanvanti-ji, for making this happen. And the people who are watching this, do share this session to a lot of people. Do subscribe this channel. And Dhanvanti-ji, लास्ट में जाते वक्त फिर से हिंदी में कोई आखिरी मैसेज और एक दो लाइन दीदी रशियन में भी बता दीजिए.
ठीक है.
फर्स्ट इन रशियन देन हिंदी.
तो आप हमेशा स्मरण रखिए कि गुरुदेव आपके साथ है, कि गुरुदेव अपने आपके है और आप गुरुदेव का भी है. तो स्मरण रखिए कि सब कुछ ठीक होगा, और जब कुछ अच्छा नहीं महसूस हो रहा है या हो रहा है जीवन में, तो हमेशा उनको याद रखिए और सुरेंडर के साथ, श्रद्धा के साथ उनको प्रार्थना कीजिए और मन में सब कुछ उनको दीजिए, सुरेंडर कीजिए उनकी लोटस फीट में, और सब कुछ ठीक होगा. यू आर द मोस्ट ब्लिस्ड. आप बहुत भाग्यशाली हैं कि आप यहाँ है गुरुदेव के साथ. हम बहुत भाग्यशाली है सभी लोग, है ना. And one more thing I want to add, I just remember that also what happens when we think about some person, when we think about some situation, whether it is positive, negative, whatever, we become what we think, right? We become what we are thinking about. So why don't we think about the divine? Why don't we think about Gurudev? When we think about Gurudev, when we keep him in our mind and not some person or some negative situation or whatever, we can feel connected with him right in few seconds. It is such a blessing because we are connected. We don't need even phone to connect with Gurudev actually, because we have that connection with him through our Atma, and our mind also is so much powerful that it is just few seconds needs to our mind to connect to Gurudev. So if we remember him, we can feel connected to him. Just we have to start doing it. You can try one also. Someday you can sit and think about people, and you may feel even the state of those people. But if you start thinking about Gurudev, you can just try it. Just sit for a few minutes, 2 minutes, 5 minutes, whatever, and think only about Gurudev. Remember him. Remember your meetings with him. Just his face, or just remembering him inside of your mind, and you may start feeling that his presence is there. You can start feeling change inside, and then you will feel connected also to him. And this is the most, sacred, such a thing which we have, but we don't use it. Whenever we need something or whatever, we can just keep him in our mind, and not to keep our mind into some negative things, some news, some here and there, whatever is. A devotee knows what is the preciousness of keeping mind with God, with his Lord, with the divine, with his Guru. So devotee can understand what is there. For devotees, I'm saying that don't be lost. Just know that you are connected. When you're remembering of him in the mind, and you are connected. Just few seconds in take. Sometimes you may not feel that from your side, but just know that Gurudev can feel your thought, your prayer, your trying to reach him in the mind. He can feel it. Maybe you are not feeling, but just know that right now he feels what I feel. Right now he feels what I'm telling to him in the mind. And this also will bring such a amazing, change and good things.
Yes. Thank you so much. जी धनवंती जी, थैंक यू को रशियन में क्या बोलते हैं? ऐसे just I'm asking.
Spasiba.
Spasiba.
Yes.
Yes. Spasiba धनवंती जी.
And बहुत धन्यवाद अभिषेक जी भी इनवाइटिंग के लिए और ये मौका देने के लिए, शेयरिंग के लिए, गुरु जी का, गुरु जी के बारे में.
Thank you so much. This is a session through which a lot of people got connected, and a lot of people in the future will get connected. Thank you so much for this session. Spasiba. Thank you so much.
धन्यवाद.
Ashiba.
Yes.
जय गुरुदेव.